As today on Jammer's Garage, we are working on the tune for the Miata. I just got my computer here. It's pretty simple stuff, but it's just kind of what I'm doing to kind of tune it. Even though the haltech has like a, what is it, like a closed loop fuel table to kind of correct itself. I'll kind of step you through what I'm doing on my end on the Miata to kind of help the car out and kind of, in my opinion, function a little bit better. But we do have, in this, I'm going to show some playbacks, some logs, some data logs I took, and we're going to modify the fuel table. I'll apply it to the car later and we'll go from there. All right. So anyway, here is the base tune. We just brought it up. Everything looks good for the most part, but this is what we're really looking at. We have lambda target, which is, this is the air fuel ratio we're going to go with, right? That way we're still really rich throughout the whole band, even though I'm probably going to modify it myself to do anything before boost. I want to be a little bit richer or a little bit leaner, and anything after boost needs to stay around 12. So what we're going to do is open the fuel base, right? This right here, and we're going to go to our external file and we're going to load up, let's see, I think it was log 6 was the one. haltech's got a pretty cool program where you can go in here and kind of see the whole data logging, right? And we can follow along with where the fuel table is at any given point in time. So we're gonna speed up the rate a little bit to like 0.25, and you can see as I push on the throttle, we're getting more air in, which is, you know, going up closer to 0, and then from 0 on is all boost. So right now, we'll pause it here. We're at a 13.4 with 4 psi. So what we really need to do is probably richen this up just a tad bit. And when I mean a tad, like, we'll take all these, all right, and then we're gonna go up, probably, we'll go 3. Yeah, we'll do that. 2, 3, somewhere around there. And this, the square over here, the target shows you we're pretty much in the middle of that square, but we're a little bit to the left and a little bit around, so it's kind of taking in those values too. But what we're going to do is we're going to click play again, pause. Now we're over here, and we're still getting roughly at 13, but this probably is still at partial throttle. Let's see, we'll just go here. We'll change this to throttle, right? Throttle position, throttle TPS, there we go. So we are at 75% throttle and we're pushing 13.4. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna also enrichen this up a little bit. It doesn't really take a whole lot, just a couple, and we'll get there. Something like that. And then play. Whoa, let's go back a little bit. So where are we at down here? Right around here. Okay. We're gonna go back to 0.1, and I'm gonna revert that a little bit. So I want to see when it gets to the next cells in the 70s if it actually made a difference. So we are actually about half throttle. That's looking pretty close to where I want. So what I need to do is actually pull these and these up just a little tiny bit, not much. See, look, now we're really rich. So we got to figure out what's going on there, but we'll probably lean it out just a tad bit on the 70s. We should be good. So I'll go ahead and do that. We'll just a tad bit. So I'll probably just go down to like 70 itself. And then of course these are going to be way too rich. So we're going to come down on those. So 85. Right now the car, I fixed a boot sleeve that I didn't know I had. Just give you guys an idea. So we are actually boosting over here. We're probably boosting 13 to 14. I've actually hit it cut out, and boost cut is at 15 right now. So we've hit 15. It still look good in the logs. So fuel wise, we're still really rich. So I'm just kind of watching O2, and you're watching the square. Make sure everything lines up. Your wideband, your fuel. Make sure air fuel is good. Make sure your boost, we're looking good on boost and where we're at in the table. I'm not really messing with timing yet. For the timing side of things, we're gonna, go and talk to Jack and try to get him to tune the car. I still have a couple things I need to do with the car. We have to basically relocate the battery. The battery's still in the front. It needs to be moved to the back. I have all the wiring and everything to do. I just need some time to put the hole in the firewall, run the wire through there. Same thing with the ECU. The ECU needs to be run inside the car. Right now, it's a jumbled mess on the outside. I've wrapped up all the wires that I need, wrapped it up with the Tessa tape, and right now it goes from the right side in the front, where the ECU was, all the way across to the passenger side, along the crash bar, and then we're going to go back along the outer shell, I guess you would say, to try to get up and get a hole and put it in the actual passenger footwell. Like, you won't be able to kick it. It's gonna be pretty high. It's gonna be basically behind the glove box. That's where we're gonna put it. It mounts up pretty good there. I have a couple friends. I have one friend that I know of that actually puts it there, which is good. That means I know it will fit. Hasn't had any issues with it, so that's the plan, to route that. After I route that, I'll route the battery. Okay, after I route that, and route the ECU and route the battery inside the cockpit and the battery to the trunk, we basically, the last thing I'm going to have to do is, there's a couple sensors that need to be added. Right now, I do not have an intake air temperature sensor. It was built into the MAF. This turbo kit does not have a place for the MAF. So we can't use the MAF because we're boosting beyond, I think the stock MAF's good to like 10 to 12 maybe. I don't want to push it. So we're just running the map off of the haltech. It's a 4-bore map. It's not going to have any issues. We're not boosting near that high. So we basically need an IAT, and then I'm going to do like an oil temp sensor maybe, or something to that extent, because I kind of want to do an oil temp sensor and then an oil cooler with a fan to kind of like, once the temperature gets above a certain degree, like the fan kicks on top of the rest of the stuff, or something to that extent. Like, I want to try to keep the car cool, reliable, and running as much as possible. And then other than that, we're good. I got to route the intake. I want to route the intake to a cooler spot in the engine bay. But that's here nor there. But this is kind of just a little tidbit of how the tuning is going to be going from now on. We're doing really well. I will show you one last log real quick. So we'll close this one out. Come on, load it back up. We'll load the last log I did last night. And give you guys an idea. So this is what was happening last night. Our air fuels are 11.9, which is 12, which is perfect. I'm happy with that. This is barely any throttle, 10% throttle. Okay. 13% throttle, 14, 15. This is me. I think I was going across the intersection. So 25% throttle, O2 still below 13, 12 and a half. So we're looking good there. And basically, now we're hitting boost. 1 pound, only 40% throttle, so I don't think I'm really getting on it. But here it comes. You can see at the graph right here where everything comes up. So this is 20%, this is gonna be 30, 40% throttle, and we're pushing boost now. 50, 80, 90, and there goes 9. So we're right now, we're 11.7, 11.8. Like I said, since then, I fixed a couple boost leaks. We've narrowed that down a lot more. Now, a boost comes on a lot quicker. I got with my buddy and I pulled his VCT out of his haltech. He sent me over his tune so I can look at it. I pulled the VCT and put it in mine, and the turbo is now pulling on a lot quicker. We're seeing full boost around 32, 3300, somewhere around there at 10 pounds. It's just, it falls off at the end, and that's because the waste, or the downpipe. The downpipe's about 1.5 inch pipe, maybe 2 inch. It needs to be at least 2.5 to 3 inch downpipe. So I'm gonna have to get with, basically, I'm either gonna have to try to fab one, which I'm looking into getting parts to fab one. That way I can just keep the one that's on there. Or we're going to have to get someone else to do it. But regardless, this week I handed my buddy my rims. What he's gonna do is he's gonna get the tires taken off and get them sandblasted, and then next week or so sometime I'm gonna get back to the grind, and we are gonna film, hopefully if everything gets done, we are gonna film the powder coating of the wheels, and then I need to order tires, which I'll probably order those next week. That sounds like a good idea. But right now it's just, you know, everything is a little bit slower. 9 to 5 job. It kind of sucks because the shop's about 45 minutes away from my house, so by the time I get home, get changed, shower, the whole nine, like I get over here and only have like an hour to hour and a half to actually work on the car before I have to go back home and get ready for work the next day. Mainly most of the work has been done on the weekend. I can't really say slacking. I've been working on the car. This whole YouTube thing's been new. I can say, like, it's just new. That's all I can say. Like, I'm not used to it yet. It's going to take a little while. I never grew up around this type of stuff. We never really had a whole lot of cameras and stuff, but the plan is to get the car all up and running and go from there. But that's what we're looking at right now. She needs some work, little bit by little bit, but she's drivable. The coolant temps are good. Everything as far as that side of thing is really good. There's no filter on it right now. I know. It's because the battery is in the way for me to put a filter, if that makes sense. You guys will understand when it comes down to that. But that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna do some finish doing some timing. Not timing, finish doing some fuel, make sure everything is 100% perfect with this car, and we'll go from there. So I guess I will catch you guys in the next video. We're gonna be doing, hopefully, if everything gets done over the week, we're gonna be doing wheels. I really hope I can get the wheels on there to make them look good. Some wheels I've had in the past, I really liked them. The 5-spoke 5 Zegan FN01 RCs. They're really nice. They're really light. quality wheels, so it's going to be nice to get some meaty tires on this car. But anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy and have a great day. All right.